Hammers up, everyone. Towley here. Today we're going to be looking at the Venthyr Covenant abilities on all classes. We're currently in Venthyr here in the Shadowlands Alpha. And let's start with Demon Hunter, because everyone loves our 3-4 buttoned class bonanza of DPS. But I am on Vengeance spec, but the Covenant abilities work the same either way. So for Demon Hunters, we have Sinful Brand. Brand an enemy with the mark of the Venthyr, reducing their melee and casting speed by 30% and inflicting 3,512 shadow damage over 8 seconds. Now here's the cool part. Activating meta applies Sinful Brand to all nearby enemies. So let's pull some mobs and see it at work here. Get some of these, get some of these. I don't even know why that happened. Let's bounce again. I'm going to add... There's the application, and there's meta. Yeah, baby. Yeah, that's nice. That's a lot. That's good AoE damage. That's good AoE damage. Now, here's what I like about it. I like that you can use this pretty much every... What's the cooldown on meta here for Vengeance? 3 minutes. But what I don't like is that it doesn't count the meta that comes from Fell Devastation with the talent Demonic, which Fell Devastation causes you to enter demon form for 8 seconds after it finishes dealing damage. So it's pretty cool. I mean, every 3 minutes, I can imagine, you know, this being pretty amazing in Mythic Plus for some pretty big trash pulls, you know, especially with casters for tanks. And it works the same for Havoc. I'm just not good at Havoc, so I won't show you that and embarrass myself. But ideally, I would have loved to have pulled a lot of these mobs, like so. Apply Sinful Brand, and then go into meta like this, and then have it spread. But that might be a little bit too overpowered, as it would be spreading every, 45 seconds? Yeah, so maybe Blizzard just didn't want it to be that insanely OP. And that is Sinful Brand for Demon Hunters, Venthyr Covenant ability. Next. Monks. Alright, Nick Furry here. Monk Extraordinaire, Brewmaster Expert. Covenant ability for monks is known as Fallen Order. Now, this is a pretty cool Covenant ability for the Venthyr up here in Venthyr. Opens a mirror for 24 seconds, summoning reflections of your order's fallen ox, crane, and tiger adepts every 1 second for 6 seconds. Fallen monks that have mastered ox style, so tank spec, will also attack your enemies with Breath of Fire and assist for an additional 2 seconds. I'm going to zoom in for this one because this is actually a pretty... I mean, I really like... I like this one a lot. Let's pull a few dudes here. Go over here. Pull these guys over here. Little... Alright, let's see. Let's see. And here it is. You see a little mirror opening up. Here come the ads rolling out of there. And it's pretty cool. They're applying Breath of Fire. They're smacking around, they're kicking ass, and they just keep coming. And they help you out. I don't know, I like it. Seems like a pretty good DPS cooldown, honestly. But each spec does something different. So it does seem like I'm getting like almost all of them? I don't know. I feel like I see a healing caster there on that one. So if I switch this to, let's say, Mistweaver, the wording will just basically change. Let me get that going. And now it'll say that you've mastered crane style. Will also heal with enveloping mist and assist for an additional 2 seconds. So it seems like each of the specs kind of help you coming out of the mirror, but your specific spec helps you out for like a few more seconds afterward. And for Windwalker, you have Tiger style will also assist with Fist of Fury and assist for an additional 2 seconds. Pretty cool. I like it, especially with the Breath of Fire on the tanks. Helps with the damage reduction and the DPS. So that's monks. Next up, warriors. Warriors. See you later. Warriors. Let's do warriors next. Let's do it. All right. Let's take a look at warriors and their Venthyr Covenant ability known as Condemned. Now, Condemn replaces Execute. Condemn a foe to suffer for their sins, causing up to 1722 shadow damage, only usable on enemies who are above 80% health or below 20% health. The primary target is weakened, preventing up to 37-33 damage they would deal to you. If your foe survives, 20% of the rage spent is refunded, which I think is huge for Prot here. Now let's see this in action. Might not be able to get too much out of it. Let me just taunt, charge, shield slam, and I can probably get one in here. There you go. There's one. You can see right here. Next 13 damage dealt to the warriors prevented. 481, 57. And then obviously we cannot use it again until we are below the threshold of 20%. Just doing little attacks here, and there's the execute. Awesome. So it looks like you're going to be generating a lot of rage from 100 to 80%, because obviously you're not going to kill a raid boss or something. So it's going to be a lot of good rage coming back to you. But I like it. I like it. It's cool. You know, lots of damage. It's also a kind of like a little bit of a defensive ability also. Preventing that damage that they do to you. Might scale with Verse. Who knows? I'm not actually exactly sure. I haven't really researched that. Now, for each spec, it'll be a little bit different. For Fury, you do not get 20% of the rage, refunded. For Fury, where is Condemned here? It generates 20 rage on the Fury side of things. But it does still prevent 1599 damage they will deal to you. Obviously, it's higher for Prot. And for Arms, let's go to Arms. If the foe survives, 20% of rage spent is refunded. So I guess because Fury already generates an insane amount of rage, that they just made it that you generate 20 rage. Here you get 20% back, just like the Prot spec. And that's Warriors for the Venthyr Covenant ability. Next, Priests. I'm just going random here. Let's go to Priests. All right, so I lied. It's actually Paladin next. I'm having a few issues logging into some of my tunes because, alpha. Now Paladin. They already changed this one, so let's just look at the most recent Venthyr Covenant ability. It is called Ashen Hollow. 4-minute cooldown, 1.4 second cast. Hollow the target area for 30 seconds. Every 1.8 seconds, an enemy in the area suffers 1683 shadow damage. And an ally in the area is healed for 1726. Within the Hollow, you may use Hammer of Wrath on any target. I think that's the new version of it. The old version would just let the AoE persist for a minute after it kind of went down. And you can't retarget it somewhere else. So I will show you a little bit of what that looks like there. Let's pull a few of these Ravenous Swarms. Oh god, these guys have like no health. Hold on, these guys are probably not the ideal candidate here. Let me try to find some regular mobs to annihilate. I'm like, yeah, that's a little. Yeah, we need big boy. We need big boy mobs. What do we got down here? Oh, there we go. We got scavengers, ghouls, perfect. Let's pull all these dudes. Let's pop some wings. So let me get rid of my wings because then you can't see the ability there. Let's pull someone over here. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. This guy over here, he looks like a pretty good candidate. All right, now let's drop it down. It's pretty cool effect, though. Now, there you go. There's the AoE. As you can see, my Hammer of Wrath is available. So you can use Hammer of Wrath. It still goes on the cooldown, so it's not like it's instant cast. You have to just wait for it to come off cooldown. But it's doing a lot of AoE damage. And let's hammer fuck your face, this guy right here. Come on, baby. There we go. Oh, God, I love hammer fuck your face being back. And that's pretty much it. And that will just stay there for the 30-second duration. And then it is over. Once again, the previous version, the AoE effect would last a minute after the initial damage and then tick for like very small amounts. Now, here's what I don't like about this ability and probably why... I mean, I like Venthyr, man. I love the vampire stuff, but dude, 4-minute cooldown. If I had to suggest anything to Blizzard, and I think we're gonna make some suggestions. I already have internally. Is this cooldown should be reduced by some sort of passive, or if you spend 20 to 30 holy power, Ashen Hollow's cooldown goes down by like 10 seconds. Or something like that, or 5 seconds. Make it something small, but 4 minutes to use this one big AoE. I mean, not really compared to the Kyrian AoE Avenger Shield on a 1-minute cooldown. Even in Mythic Plus, I'd rather use that. So, yeah, not really too excited. I definitely want your guys' thoughts on it. I'm not sure if the Ret version changes. Let me switch to Ret spec and see what Ret has here. I think Ret, yeah, same thing. Hammer of Wrath, shadow damage. It actually does less shadow damage on Ret than Prop, but it could be because I'm a couple of levels higher. Excuse me, not levels higher. Maybe just a different tuning. I don't know. For Holy, let's see if the Holy version has changed at all on that one. Yeah, no, same thing. Shadow damage and healing in the air with Hammer of Wrath on any target. So yeah, that's the Prop Paladin, Ashen Hollow, Venthyr Covenant ability. Let's try to see if we can do Priest now. All right, so we got to the Priest. Fabio, he's here. Let's take a look at the Priest Venthyr Covenant ability, Mind Games. Now, this one is very, very interesting. 45-second cooldown, 1.4-second cast, reads as so. Assaults an enemy's mind, dealing 1,074 shadow damage and briefly reversing their perception of reality. Now get this, folks. This seems OP to me. For 5 seconds, the next 3158 damage they deal will heal their target. And the next 3158 healing they deal will damage their target. Now, I'm just thinking out loud here, and I'm thinking this is going to be amazing for tanks on bosses in raids. Now, there's got to be some sort of cap, obviously, you know, but what that cap is, how much damage will scale up based on whatever stats, I don't know. But let's look at some elites here and get this going. Let's see if I can... There we go. This Royal Night Cloak guy. Blah, blah, blah. I'm a sucky Shadow Priest. Don't mind me. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so here we go. I'm going to put it on him. And if you look at my frame, it's like absorb, 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 absorb. It's pretty cool. I mean, I like it. It's pretty amazing. I think it's going to be really great for tanks. I'm excited to see. I mean, I'm not sure if you can just like stack priests and have this being used. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm a little confused myself as to how this ability is going to play out and how OP it's going to be. But definitely like the way it sounds. I think every tank is going to be happy to have a couple of priests in the raid on mythic difficulty here. Let's pop it again so we can take a look at the there you go, the next 3158. Bam, it goes lower because he's dealing damage to me. Absorb, and then finally it's over. It's pretty cool. It definitely has to be timed properly, I think, if you want to get like the most out of it. But yeah, both the damage prevention and the healing of it, I'm totally down for it. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I actually have a pretty strict boner right now on this ability. Yeah, sorry once again, I don't really play it. I mean, I play Shadow Priest a little bit on live for funds as DPS, but you know, I know a lot of Shadow Priests out there are happily cringing right now. I just want to be able to use it on an elite and add it a few times here. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. No, leave me alone, bro. Fuck it, we're doing it. Prevent that damage. Prevent it. Heal me. I got this. I don't need to heal. Even though I'm a priest, it's all good. Shadow Word Death. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, boy. I got this. No, I got this. We're going to get this done. He's going to die. Booyah. Bam. All right, so there it is. There's Mind Games, man. Tanks rejoice. Priests rejoice. You guys got a good one. Finally. All right, let's take a look at the Rogue Venthyr Covenant ability known as Slaughter. 50 energy, requires stealth, melee range. Slaughter the target, causing 964 physical damage. The target's anima mixes with your lethal poison, coating your weapons for the next 5 minutes. Slaughter poison deals shadow damage over 12 seconds and steals 15% of healing done to the target. Let's see how that plays out. I'm not really too good on this one. Let's just let's sap. So now I believe this replaces deadly, being that it is a deadly is a lethal poison. So I believe it replaces it. Let's see. Yeah, so it replaces deadly. So you can see there, it does have the buff on it. Suffering shadow damage every 1.8 seconds. And you can, you can cast it again once you have 50 energy on this little guy right here. Actually, I guess you can't recast it. I guess once you cast it, you already cast it. Oh, shit. I guess it requires stealth, so I'd have to, like, I guess vanish and then reapply it really quickly on that target to make it go. Yeah, I mean, you have the buff, but I think what happens is when you cast it, you're going to do that initial physical damage from it. Yeah, there's that crit. I just crit for 1394. And there it is. There you go. And then you're constantly doing that damage to the target. That's basically slaughter. Not sure how you guys feel about this as a PvE ability. I mean, I think I would love it for PvE. As soon as for PvP, because of the 50% of healing done to the target being stolen. Yeah, seems pretty easy to use, but it seems like you only have to keep it up once. I'm trying to see if I can get it on multiple targets. I mean, let's see. I'm gonna apply it. I'm gonna vanish, reapply it, because the dot stayed there. So I mean, yeah, I'm a bad rogue. What can I say? But yeah, you guys get the point. Any rogues out there would probably know how to use this ability. Diaper bot out, slaughter, have fun. All right, let's take a look at the Druid Venthyr Covenant ability known as Ravenous Frenzy. 3-minute cooldown. Not too excited about this one, but let's read it and see what you guys think. For 20 seconds, Druid spells you cast increase your damage, healing, and haste by 2% stacking. If you spend 1.5 seconds idle, the frenzy overcomes you, consuming 3% of your health per stack, stunning you for 1 second and ending. Not a fan. This has to be a really like timed ability. Like, I mean, this is probably really amazing for, I would say the casters like Boomies and Resto Druids. And I mean, I can imagine popping this, having to move out of an ability, and then taking a shit ton of damage. Like, it has to be timed, knowing that you're always going to be attacking and not going to be moving or getting out of any AOE for like. I mean, it's a second and a half. I mean, let's pull some of these 60s here and show you a little bit of it. Come over here, boys. Let's pop it. All right. I mean, if you get stuck at a GCD, even then, but here you go. Right now, I'm up to about 8%, 10%. Now, if I stop moving, look at all that health I just lost. God, that's scary. That's so scary. Oh, my God. So the damage from it is pretty awesome. I'm pretty sure any bear tanks could use this. I mean, bear tanks always use more damage. Their damage is pretty low right now. I'm actually facing a bunch of 60s right now as a level. What am I? 57? Yeah. So it's pretty good. I don't know. Like, I guess I'm just not feeling it. I think there's too many situations where this can really like hurt you if you're not too careful. But as long as you're careful with it, I mean, the damage, the healing, the haste, everything. It can definitely be used as a damage cooldown, a healing cooldown. Just you can't spend you just can't be 1.5 seconds idle, or else it'll just stun you. And then all those stacks, like, I mean, it's possible you get up to like maybe, I don't know, 10 stacks, and then you lose like 30% of your health. So yeah, druids. Ravenous Frenzy. Next. All right, let's take a look at the Death Knight Venthyr Covenant ability known as Swarming Mist. So, 1 minute cooldown, costs you a rune. A heavy mist surrounds you for 8 seconds, increasing your dodge by 10%. Pretty cool for tanks. Deals 241 shadow damage every 1 second to enemies within 10 yards. Every time it deals damage, you gain 3 runic power, up to a maximum of 15 runic power. So it's pretty good for AoE situations. Let's go ahead and pull a few mobs here. And let's pop it. Lots of runic power. It's happening. And I believe the runic power is per mob. I want to say. Because it seems like you generate just like a metric fuck ton from it. But we'll do that again. And it works the same for Unholy and Frost as well. I kind of want to just pop it without like doing anything. Is it based off damage? Let me see. Yeah, so every time it does deal damage, you should get up to 15. And that's just on one mob, so once again, we're going to take a look at that in a second. I didn't really get to experiment too much with the Death Knight ability, but it looks pretty cool. Seems pretty badass. I mean, the mist surrounds me, so it's anything that's in my area. There's no it looks like there's no cap on the amount of enemies it can hit, so no AoE target cap for all you angry DPS out there. All right, let's wait till my runic power just goes down. All right, let's do this horrific bone mauler. Runic power, please spend. Go down. Please go down. Like you have to wait here like an hour for it to dissipate. And once again, in the comments, please let me know which Venthyr Covenant ability you guys are liking the most so far out of all the classes out there. All right, let's pull this guy. I'm just gonna pop it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, about 15. Okay, that was just one target. Okay. Now let's see multiple targets. I just want to make sure that it works on more than one. Let's see, we got to go back over here and pull some more. Wait 30 seconds. Yeah, I think so far in this video, I think Hunters is winning it for me. But that's just my preference. Like I don't even play Hunter, but I'm really excited for it. Oh man, all the mobs are gone. Bro, where'd you all go? Come back to me, please. Okay, here we go. We got a few here. We got 3 here. So I'm going to wait till I get to 0 runic power, then pull a bunch of them. I'm going to assume that it's based on per target, not just the ability overall. So let's see. Because it's every time it deals damage, and it should be per enemy. All right, let's pull a few of these bone maulers. Pull about this guy. How you doing, sir? All right, let's see. I'm just popping it. Oh yeah, it's definitely a lot more. Yeah, it's definitely per target, which makes it way better. Love it, love it. Let me know what you guys think of the Death Knight. I think it'll be great for maybe some Bone Storm action, huh? Wait till you get to like max really fast Bone Storm, or I don't know how well it would work on single target. For bosses in like mythic rating, I guess the dodge is pretty good, but getting 15 runic power every 1 minute from the boss, I'm not sure if any blood DKs are excited about that. But that's Death Knight Covenant ability. Venthyr, Swarming Mist. Next. All right, let's take a look at the Mage Venthyr Covenant ability. Now, this one might require some work in the future. Let's read it. It's called Mirrors of Torment. Sounds cool. 1.5 minute cooldown, 40-yard range, 1.4 second cast. Conjure 3 mirrors to torment the enemy for 20 seconds. Now, here's the important part. Whenever the target casts a spell or ability, a mirror is consumed to inflict 588 shadow damage, and their movement and cast speeds are slowed by 15%. The final mirror will instead inflict shadow damage to the enemy, rooting and silencing them for 4 seconds. Observe. Here it comes. There's the buff. It's on the might. It's still on there. It's not consuming. Nothing's happening. It's just chilling. Hanging out. Having a good time. It's almost over. Did not consume a single fucking one. And you want to know why? Because he's not casting a fucking ability. God damn it. That's why. He's not doing anything. That's why I'm assuming this is more like a PvP ability. Okay, I mean that's how I see it. I see it as like something you would put on a caster or a healer or something. I don't know. I mean, unless there's mobs or bosses that cast abilities and spells, obviously. But for any mob that doesn't have any spell or ability attached to them, this would be kind of like a useless Covenant ability to try and consume. So, yeah. Mages. Venthyr Covenant ability. Mirrors of Torment. Go Arenas. All right, let's check out the Hunter Venthyr Covenant ability. This is actually one of my favorites. And I don't even really play Hunter. I play like an alt Hunter for fun, just when I have nothing else to do at the end of an expansion. Now check this out. Flayed Shot. Only costs 10 focus. It's on a 30-second cooldown. Okay? Think about that for a second. Fire a shot at your enemy, causing them to bleed for 2140 shadow damage over 20 seconds. Each time Flayed Shot deals damage of that shadow damage, you have a 15% chance to gain Flayer's Mark, causing your next kill shot to be usable on any target, regardless of their current health. Think about the uptime on this ability, folks. You have it up for 20 seconds, then it'll be like on a 10-second cooldown, and then you could use it again. It's pretty damn awesome. So let's start with that. Once again, please excuse my newbiness. I don't have weak auras or anything, so I pretty much have nothing to do. So far, it hasn't ticked yet. There's a tick right there. Bam, there's a kill shot. My Winged Serpent is doing a wonderful job of tanking. There's another kill shot. That's 2 kill shots within that window of time. All right, so now it's going to be up again. I put Hunter's Mark on because I'm a noob. Let's pop Lust because we're cool like that. And let's put the buff back up. There's Flayed Shot. And yeah, I mean, that's basically it, man. It's I think it's really great. I think it's a great ability, and it's going to make me definitely want to play Hunter, especially in Torghast, whenever we have the the chance to cover that later on in the expansion starts. So, I mean, it looks like we're getting about maybe like 2 kill shots in between each cast. So, I mean, that's cool. Let me know what you guys think. 1 to 2 free kill shots with the shadow damage dot on it. I think it's awesome. Single target for life. Hunters. Covenant ability. Venthyr. Flayed Shot. Yeah, I like it. All right, let's take a look at the Warlock Revendreth Covenant ability known as Impending Catastrophe. 1 minute cooldown, 1.9 second cast, 30-yard range. Call forth a cloud of chaotic of anima. That sounds wrong. That travels to the target enemy, dealing 794 shadow damage to enemies in its path. When the anima reaches the target, it explodes, inflicting either Curse of Weakness or Curse of Tongues, dealing 2,223 shadow damage over 12 seconds to all nearby enemies. So this is a pretty strong AoE ability, pretty much on a 1 minute cooldown. Sounds really affliction-y, if you ask me, but let's use it on these mobs right in front of me right here. I mean, I'm just gonna tag this mob and just pop it over. Have this guy tank this stuff. Let's see. You can tank this too. There you go. Please come here. And let's go. What the hell? Oh, here we go. Oh, Jesus. That was rough. Let's try that again. I'm such a bad player. When they say, damn, Tally, all you know how to play is tanks. You suck at DPS. And I'm like, yep. You're telling me. You don't gotta tell me twice, bro. I know. But you guys get the gist, all you Warlocks out there. You know how it's gonna work. Yeah, I don't have an example to show you, like, let's say, on a in a dungeon. There's actually a pretty good trash pack coming up over here that I can use it on. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Here's a trifecta. Wait 20 seconds. Yeah, now the way it reads is, I feel like it's supposed to, like, maybe not. If I target someone in the back, because it says dealing shadow damage to enemies in its path, but when it reaches the target, it explodes. I wonder if you target the person in the back, is it going to go through the first 2 and then explode on the final one? Let's see. Let me pull this little. Let's pull this person. See, I'm going to target this person. Yeah, it seems like it did do that. It seems like it definitely targeted the person in the back when it exploded. Let's try it again one more time. I want to make sure that, you know, we're kind of giving semi-proper information here when it comes to this. Let's wait another 40 seconds. I'm trying to see if there's any, like, targets lined up. It seems like it's one of those situations where a tank is tanking, like, all this trash. I'm assuming it doesn't really matter. But if you can get it to, like, do damage to, like, you know, targets 1, 2, 3, and then the one that you actually have targeted is the fourth and back, it would be more DPS. Let's see. Let's get this person here. Let's get this person over here. Hopefully, come on, Void Walker. Yeah, do your taunting thing. Actually, this is pretty good. So I'm targeting Skull. I'm gonna see if this one takes damage. Yeah, that definitely seems like it's whatever's in its path. So it definitely takes maybe a little strategery to figure out and work out. But that's the Warlock ability. Works the same for all 3 specs. Seems like Affliction's going to love the shit out of this one. Pretty good for, I would say, you know, Mythic dungeons on all Warlock specs. I mean, 1 minute cooldown, a lot of AoE. Why not? Warlocks, let's go. Next, I'm a noob. All right, let's take a look at the last of our Venthyr Covenant ability classes, Shaman. Let's see, what do we have for the Shaman over here? We have Chain Harvest. All right. Send a wave of anima at the target, which then jumps to an additional nearby targets, dealing 359 shadow damage to up to 5 enemies, and restores 958 health to up to 5 allies. Now, for each target critically struck, the cooldown of Chain Harvest is reduced by 5 seconds. So it's a 2.3 second cast. It's also a 1.5 minute cooldown. So, yeah, man, crit. Let's see what it looks like. Let's take a look at these absolutists over here. Let's get her done. And go. Oh, Chain Harvest, here we go. Oh, nice. That's a nice little animation there. I like that. I like it. I like it. Did it crit anybody? Might have crit somebody, because that should look like it worked out pretty well. Yeah, we'll use it one more time. Now, it's not a dot, right? No, it's just straight up damage. It's not like a lingering damage on any of the targets. So it's just 359 shadow damage up to 5 enemies, and then it restores health to allies as well, which I think is pretty cool. Looks like it's going to be a great little ability there for AoE, Mythic Plus, farming, whatever you may want to call it. Definitely want your guys' feedback on what you all think of this ability. And that pretty much is it for the Venthyr Covenant abilities that we have learned here in Revendreth. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely leave a comment. Let me know which one of your Covenant abilities is your favorite and why. Where are you going to use it? Mythic Plus, rating. Oh, God. Definitely want that feedback, man, because I could take that feedback and I can give that to Blizzard, and, you know, they could do with the feedback what they want. But, yeah, that looked pretty cool. Let's see if we can pull a few more mobs here. There's a few more packs. Lady, leave me alone. Jesus Christ. This avowed absolutist, Jesus. He's on that. Yeah, by the way, I love Ellie Shaman. I'm liking Ellie Shaman a lot more than Enhancement in this expansion, so I'm pretty stoked for it. Oh, man, I'm so short. Can I even jump up here? Come on, thigh high. Oh, my God. Okay, hold on. I got to go around. This is terrible. Hold on. All right, let me go up. Oh, God. Oh, God. Ah, Jesus. I'm going to end up dying here anyway. Unless I got thunderfuck these dudes. Let's go. Let me knock them backwards. Let's get the cast going. It's a long cast, man. Jesus. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. See you later, world. Twitch.tv/Towley. Catch me on the alpha. Bye.